Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the morning crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
Let's go. It is 6:04. Give us that proof of life check-in, 312-591-8300. It's 73. We'll tell you about the forecast and, of course, a traffic update to make sure you know what's going on if you're getting out on the road this early for this busy, stacked day once again, as it is day 4 of Q101's Golden Ticket in full effect. Now, we say that because this isn't going to last forever, so every day counts. Every hour counts on Q101 from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. because at some point we'll say, it's over now, we're going to decide a winner of who gets the greatest radio prize in radio history, which is going to everything we do for an entire year. Thousands and thousands of dollars of free concert tickets, free experiences, and it changes your life without question. We know that music heals, and live music specifically has been proven to add years to your life going to shows. Well, you're going to go to more shows than anybody in the history of the earth in 1 year. Those stats have been calculated, they are factual, and we're going to save your life and add years to your life.
Brian.
What? If you don't believe it, then you just get out of the room. If you don't, you go. You don't kill my vibe here.
You don't have to tell people they'll never die. This is an awesome prize as is.
No, I didn't say never die. I said adding.
Which is important legally. Brian never said that you won't die.
Can we get sued for that?
I would tread lightly.
Maybe. I mean, you're just, why put us in that position? What are you doing?
It's been proven. We've read the statistic that seeing live music adds years to your life.
I'm just saying you don't need to talk people into winning these. This is awesome.
I'm setting the stage up.
Regardless of the years longer of life with grandchildren, it's a different thing.
I didn't say anything about grandchildren. You don't have to have, you don't have to have children. You don't have to have grandchildren. You can be a single person the rest of your life and be very happy, especially if you saw a year's worth of concerts.
Alone. That's how it's done.
But you'll have a +1. So with this deal, so someone gets to go along every time. I mean, you can go alone if you want to. Hope you don't sell that extra ticket. You make some money on it. I'm not giving you ideas on that.
Yeah.
But this will make your life more important and better. The Golden Ticket. 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, and 9:30. So that's where it goes today. And actually, we have a super special Ticket Blitz Thursday combo meal with it because you get tickets to go see The Offspring with every one of the winning today. So you get a qualifying prize. You win tickets to a show. It'll be The Offspring Supercharged Worldwide in 25. You got not just The Offspring, but Jimmy Eat World and Newfound Glory. That is a fun freaking night. That's awesome in Tinley Park. So every hour, that's the qualifying prize. And we had a text just check in from Mikey in Maryville says, wait, so I'm going to live forever?
This is what you do, Brian.
Mikey, listen, you shouldn't half listen to this show. We need your full attention.
I think he was paying attention.
I think you got a half listen there. Like kind of when people text the wrong word in and then Kenzie has to correct them on that. That's what's going on. So thank you for checking in from Maryville this morning. My guess is everybody in Maryville is going to live forever.
Statistically speaking, yeah, I'm sure that's accurate.
Yeah. Don't worry about those plants nearby putting the smoke in the air in Maryville. You're fine. You're going to be great. Thanks for checking in. Kenzie, something really funny just happened when you left the room a little bit ago.
This sucks.
You know what I'm going to say?
Wait.
Yeah, I was hoping you were going to bring it up. Brian hurt my feelings right before we went on the air this morning.
I need you to help Case for the next hour because when something bad happens with Case, he's ruined for a while and he has to dig his way
What
up.
did you say to Case? I've been trying to build him up lately. What'd you do?
It's true. It's true. A lot of pep talks.
You shouldn't have left the room is what happened. So we're all working on this show hours before it starts. From 4 a.m. on, we're working on different pieces of things. And sometimes I do some of the production and sometimes Case does some of the production part of it while Kenzie works at some of the content and all that. So
doing her nails and such.
doing her nails,
I ain't producing that. That's not my vibe.
If she tried to produce something with waveforms, her nails would break. So we have these montages of music that we play whenever. Should I play it right now? Or should I wait till 6:30? We're going to do it at 6:30.
Play. People love The Offspring. Play The Offspring montage.
So I asked Case in the other room through the intercom, hey, what are you doing in there? Because I'm working on this really hard on this Offspring montage. So when we give away those tickets, we can play that. It pumps people up for the show. It's all the clips of their songs. plus working in Jimmy Eat World and Newfound Glory. I go, okay, cool. I'll leave you alone for a while.
Because, we're Q101. We have an Offspring montage, but we don't have an Offspring Jimmy Eat World Newfound Glory montage. I said I had 10 minutes. Let me see if I can knock this out real quick. I've been making montages all week. I made the Struts sound like the greatest band ever.
No kidding.
Let me see if I can knock out a Supercharged World Tour montage.
So I say, I'll leave you alone. I don't want to interrupt. I'm going to go do my thing. You do yours. About 10, 15 minutes goes by. And then in my room, I can open up the folder where he puts it in, and I listen to it. So this is what it sounded like after he got done with it. Now, Kenzie, doesn't that sound awesome?
Yeah, so it's really good. What's the problem? What did you do?
So Case then comes in the room, and I say, trying to pump my boy up a little bit, I go, hey, man, that montage is awesome. Great job. I can really see your growth in producing. And the more reps you put in and see how much better you get every time you do something.
It's all about reps.
It's all about
you got to get in the batting cage and take some cuts.
10,000 hours, right?
Yes, yeah.
So Kenzie, then he has this morose look on his face.
Yeah.
And he goes, that's not mine. That's yours that you produced a year ago.
Offspring show at the Metro. You'll notice all Offspring songs. No Jimmy Eat World, no Newfound Glory.
I thought you forgot.
I couldn't figure out the issue that I was having. I was a little hung up on a production issue. I walk in the room. Brian's like, great job. I go, dude, that's the one you made.
He's like, it's good. This sounds so much better than all the other crap.
Now, I tried to then bail out of it and go, well, my heart was in the right place. I actually thought that was yours. He goes, no, it's yours.
You should have said it was yours, Case.
No, because it's not what I wanted. I wanted Offspring and then Newfound Glory and then Jimmy Eat World and then Offspring again, and I'm not talented enough to do what I had in my head.
What's so funny is imagine if you had taken credit for it, and then the next time you made one, he's like, no, make one like you made the Offspring. That was better.
That was way better.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and a fact that makes your brain go. Very fascinating and interesting because it's a fact that has been disputed for decades. From our great friends McDonald's right here in Chicago, started right here in Chicago. And Kenzie, I'm asking you this question and about Grimace, who you dressed up as for Case's Christmas gift last year, which was one of the most phenomenal. Yeah. Well, I don't know what happened after. You guys left. I don't know. You were in the Grimace costume. You guys left. I don't know what happened. I don't know.
Well, look, let's just say Kenzie's going to get that Oasis ticket if she comes back in that Grimace costume.
Yada, yada, yada. She got a sex ticket. Case's sex ticket for Oasis. But for the first time in decades, McDonald's has revealed what Grimace is. Now, you wore a Grimace.
Good.
You wore a Grimace costume, and it was phenomenal. So, but did you know what you were putting on? Do you know what Grimace is?
I only know, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say it.
Oh, boy.
I only know what people like the theory of what he is, and it's not good.
Well, I don't know what you're going to say, so I don't know if you can say it or not.
I think I can say it. You just hit the dumb one if I can't say it, but I'm pretty sure I can say it.
And there's
boy.
a 0% chance she can say what she's about to say.
If I had a nickel for every time Kenzie said that.
I think I know what she's about to say, and I don't think you can say it.
Well,
I think you can say it.
Okay.
Why
Do you
can't I
think-
say that?
I don't know what she's going to say. Case knows and Kenzie knows.
Well, I think I know.
So we have this dump button, you see. The show's broadcast on a slight delay.
So listen, I'm going to say one word, and then I'm going to pause for a second. I'm going to say a different word so they're not together.
But the dump I can dump it. Then the dump starts
But
working.
now they're not together. There's no point. This is two separate words. They have no relation to each other.
Yeah, but if both are bad, then I
They're
can't.
not. You can say each individual word. They're not like a curse word or anything.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, you can't. You got to tread lightly.
Because I'm educating listeners. I can't keep dumping. I have one dump, two dumps, maybe
So
three.
the theory is that,
If you're lucky.
Oh boy.
and I'm going to separate these. You're going to pick up on it. You're going to
Okay.
pick up on it.
The theory about Grimace from McDonald's, what he is.
That he's a butt, and then a pause.
He's a butt.
Okay, he's a butt. Pause. Pause.
Okay, I haven't dumped yet. You're fine with
Okay.
butt.
And then when you want your tub to hold water in it, so you put a plug in it.
I'm aware of those plugs.
So he's
Okay,
put those
got
together.
You sound like a fed up dad on vacation right now.
I got it.
Got it. Thank you.
Got it. Let's get some ice cream. We're done.
I separated those pretty good.
You actually did a good job. I didn't have to dump, and now people know what you were going to say.
Yeah.
That's Kenzie's guess. What Grimace is.
Charming.
That's the theory.
Who told you that?
If you look it up, there's like a fan theory.
The internet? Yep.
Yes.
Yep. All right. Got it.
I was
Got
trying
it.
to figure out what I was dressing up as. I'm like, okay, well, this is what Kay's likes.
And you still went through with it.
Yeah.
All right, that's what Kenzie's guess is, what Grimace is. We're going to have the answer for you because McDonald's has released this information. And we're also just about 4 minutes away from the first golden ticket keyword of the day, Offspring tickets to qualify, and the golden ticket. So that's on the way in seconds. But, Case, what do you think it is?
I think it's a germ because kids have germs. And there's the McDonald's play area, and I think Grimace represents what they leave behind.
Now, they've gotten rid of, as far as I know, the ball pits.
Okay.
In the play areas, because
Yeah.
we go to a McDonald's that Harper plays in every Saturday morning. We do breakfast. It's clean as hell. It's awesome. They've got things that, like a guitar you stand on and it plays guitar, and drums you stand on and then the drums start going. It's very interactive and makes the brain move and work. And it's also a very safe, fun, clean play area. I don't know, the old days, I do remember the ball pit stuff, and that's kind of
I know. Remember those old playhouses? They were so sticky.
everybody's always said, you want to jump in there with all the poop? Because there's got to be poop particles in there.
I just remember my mom being like, look out for needles. I'm like, what?
Needles.
She always used to say that to me. Like, they're finding needles in these things. And I'm like, okay, like, I guess I'll look. I don't know. Like,
God, your mom and my dad should have hung out. My dad thought everybody got stabbed at concerts, and your mom
was
thinks
like,
needles
yeah,
are in the ball
they're
pits.
putting drug needles in the ball. I was like, okay, well, I mean, seems like it's going to be hard to find, but I'll keep an eye out.
All right, so we'll come back and give you the fact that makes your brain go to let you know what Grimace is. McDonald's has finally said what Grimace is. So that's coming up, and your first chance of the day at the golden ticket. Everything we do for an entire year, you are in. It's Brian and Kenzie, Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Coming up here with the fact that makes your brain go and the payoff on what Grimace is. It's finally out there after decades of controversy and guesses what Grimace is. Now, Kenzie guessed it is something that you put in your toilet, a bathtub where the water doesn't go down, but it also a butt. Is that how you said that, Kenzie?
I said, people say online that he's a butt. And then we paused and we paused and we tap dance and we tap dance. And you know when you want to keep the water in your tub, so you put a plug in it.
I think Miss Rachel does that song, what you just did. It's really good.
And that's how we get around the FCCE rules.
Excellent job. Credit point, Kenzie. And Case guessed that he is
A germ.
a germ, which is odd because why would they promote their food with a germ?
Well, because
Well,
kids
why
have
would
germs.
it be a plug?
That's a whole nother conversation. So, both wrong, but good guesses. So McDonald's has revealed that Grimace is a taste bud. That's what Grimace is.
Oh.
He is a taste bud. And for decades, people have speculated about what he is, the purple personality, and the company's made like cryptic comments about his identity. But they finally went ahead and they revealed that he's an enormous taste bud, but a taste bud nonetheless. So that's what he is. I guess taste buds are obviously very small and in your mouth and on your tongue, but a taste
But they're
bud.
not purple.
I guess it's just because I guess they'd be red in your mouth,
A little bit pink.
pink, red. Maybe that didn't look right when they did the costume. And they said, how about Barney the dinosaur's purple? But then again, I think Grimace predates Barney.
Then what does Grimace mean? Why isn't he Buddy? That'd be funny.
I don't have
Buddy
anything.
taste
I
bud?
don't have anything on the name origin of Grimace.
Isn't it so nice that he's a taste bud? Like Bud is your friend, like you're friends with Grimace? Isn't that nice?
Yeah,
Very.
That's why I said his name should be Buddy.
No,
But
that's
he's a
good, but
taste
it's just nice to have a friend
Mm.
like Grimace.
Do you want a friend like
Yeah,
Grimace?
yeah,
What did you do with the costume, Kenzie? Did you give
What
it
a
back?
great question.
I don't have it anymore.
So at Christmas, put that picture up. That Kenzie dressed like Grimace in this amazing costume. But you don't. You gave it back, or to whoever you borrowed it from?
Well, I bought the costume, and I didn't try it on until I went to surprise case, and I was pretty pissed about the costume. So
Why?
they got a nasty review, and it got sent back. Because the pants were actually just legs. Like, they weren't pants. So I'm like freeballing under Grimace. I didn't know. And I thought that would have been an important detail, that you're basically just putting on thigh-high socks. And then that's really hard to keep up.
Yeah.
I was just disappointed in the overall construction.
Well, I remember when you were in a surprise case with it, you said, you need to give me 15 minutes warning.
change.
And I said, well, that's a lot of time for you to walk away from the show. And she goes, I know, but I need it. And then you went back and came back as Grimace.
Yeah. I was like, I need a second.
Well, 15 minutes to get it on. Yeah, Grimace is his face, like the smile, like a grimace.
Uh-huh.
But he used to be evil Grimace. I guess it was more evil looking. The first Grimace terrified children.
Wow.
The original Grimace was a scary, mean looking, had 4 arms, by the way, and no charm, as they say.
Was he green? Wasn't there a green Grimace?
I think he was still.
No, that's a separate issue. Green Grimace has a complicated legacy, much like
Oh.
O.J. Simpson. You can Google that on your own time.
Whoa.
Green
What do you
Grimace.
mean? What did he
Green
do?
Grimace ran into some political issues in the late 1980s, and McDonald's had to stop using the Green Grimace.
What political issue?
And it was international. It was geopolitical. It was a whole thing. It's on the Grimace wiki. I'm not making any of this up.
Well,
How did he? How'd they lose control of a cartoon character?
Great question. Great question.
Like they found his old tweets. I mean, like, what happened?
He was on Epstein's list. Green Grimace was on Epstein's list.
oh, so I
What
see.
did he do? Did you look it up? Case of being weird.
It's Uncle O'Grimacy?
Yeah.
Was it why? Was it Irish, slander?
He was promoting. There was a person in a Grimace costume promoting the IRA.
Oh,
What's that?
it's not a terrorist organization. I just like,
One of those.
you know.
Oh, so the person in the costume had like a bad Twitter?
And then it got back to McDonald's, and they said maybe we have to pause on Green
Well,
Grimace.
just put a different person. That's not fair to Green Grimace. Bad voice actor.
Yeah. Yeah, anyway, there's the heritage of Green Grimace, Purple Grimace. He's a taste bud. Remember it. And coming up in just about 6 minutes, we'll give you that keyword again if you just missed it in that whole conversation and facts of the current keyword for Offspring tickets on the Golden Ticket. Plus, we had a conversation yesterday, groundbreaking, because everybody else, every other news organization picked up on our interview, and then they did one with Jackson from Silly Goose, who got arrested Lollapalooza weekend, and he needs our help. And I'll leave it right there. When we come back, we'll have the conversation with him and why he got arrested and what happened with Chicago police.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
Well, coming up, we have 3 Doors Down, and we'll get to sports, and we'll find out if Kenzie, who took her whole family to the Cubs game yesterday, if she witnessed the immaculate inning or she was changing a diaper on a changing table during that period. We'll get to that in sports in just a few minutes. A couple text follow-ups. First off, I missed why Kenzie was wearing a Grimace costume. And they really want to know the answer to that. On that one, you're just going to have to go back to the podcast. We can't redo that whole conversation, but the Brian and Kenzie podcast, anytime you want to listen to it later in the day, the whole show is there. And make sure you download it, subscribe, and you'll hear all the stuff about why Kenzie was in a Grimace costume. Also, Wayne checked in. And by the way, that led from the fact that says Grimace is actually a taste bud. McDonald's has finally revealed that after decades, he's a taste bud. Wayne checked in from the 219 and said, Wayne here from Indiana. Funny story, when I was 6 years old, I punched Grimace in the gut and knocked the wind out of him.
That is a funny story.
And he said, no, I did not grow up to be a professional fighter after that. So, poor Grimace.
That took out Houdini and Grimace. That's tough.
Yeah, I mean, Houdini died from that.
And like as somebody who's been in the Grimace costume, you don't need somebody also hitting you. It's hard to see. It's hot. It's hard to breathe. And then somebody punches you. You get sucker punched.
I don't know how old Wayne is, but we need to go back and get a proof of life on that Grimace.
No kidding.
To see if what happened, if he's okay. Yesterday, a groundbreaking show with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We've talked about our love for this band, Silly Goose, who opened Lollapalooza last Thursday. They sound like this.
I need the keys to the city in a big red car while I ride with a pretty. Just move. I need some violence in this place. Watch the barricade and say it to my face.
Oh, the Goose. Noon on Thursday opened up Lollapalooza and set the tone for the greatest Lollapalooza weekend ever, some would argue. So the singer later, as the band is known for, doing pop-up shows on a flatbed truck in certain locations, and they did it several times in Chicago over the last several years, outside of Riot Fest last year, and they did one Saturday night. It's a couple days after their performance at Lolla at a BP station in the South Loop, and they got arrested. And they put this up on their Instagram, and it was kind of trying to figure out what happened. And we did find out what happened. He actually did get arrested after making an arrangement with the gas station owner to do that. Now, we just want to make clear, we interviewed Jackson from Silly Goose yesterday, and NBC5 and the Sun-Times, organizations we love, by the way, but all jumped on this story, but we had it first. We were the first user of this story and understood the depth of freeing Silly Goose.
Well, I don't think NBC5 or the Sun-Times were recommending getting to Lollapalooza early on Thursday to see Silly Goose. We've sort of had the beat on this band for a while.
Hell yes. So here is part of our conversation with Silly Goose and what happened in the entire process of what happened after being arrested and everything. So here's Jack. This was yesterday's show. We talked to Silly Goose.
So we played Lolla on Thursday, and then we just kind of thought, like, why not play, just keep playing each night since we're here in the city. We had, this agreement with the dude who runs the gas station. Saturday night, we were playing, and the cop showed up, and I don't know if he, changed his mind or what happened, but all of a sudden, we stopped playing. I get off the van, and then I'm put in handcuffs and, brought to the police station. They didn't really say anything. They just said unruly conduct. And then the charge I got was criminal trespassing.
Well, maybe 3 days of the Goose, he'd had enough. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not silly anymore.
So that is interesting to note because, like I said, as you started a GoFundMe for your legal fees on this because you say so eloquently in the GoFundMe, this could affect our future as a band because to play overseas, having a criminal trespass on my record could stop us from going overseas to perform with a work visa. Is that right?
So after this happened, I spoke to our manager and our lawyer and just kind of got their advice on how they think I should proceed. Pretty much we have to hire an attorney who practices in Illinois. I have a court date in September, so I have to come back to Chicago September 2nd and go to court. So yeah, that money's just kind of for getting an attorney and then my transportation to get back to Chicago. I don't have an exact amount of how much it'll cost, but that's kind of how much we think it will. But so if anybody donates to that goes directly to helping me get to Chicago and helping get an attorney. And then if anybody can't donate or doesn't want to, I'm just asking that they go pre-save the record because that's the main reason why we're out here is just to get the music known.
Jackson, a Chicago cop just texted in and said, as a Chicago cop, please tell Jackson Foster that this is Cook County, and if you are being arrested for a petty offense like criminal trespass, this is the place to do it. Because he says don't hire a lawyer, just attend the court date. It will more than likely get thrown out. Even if it isn't thrown out, it'll probably just be a fine that'll be cheaper than a lawyer. That's just a recommendation from a Chicago cop who just texted in, Jackson.
I hope he's right. My lawyer told me they're not on my side.
Not good. All right, that was yesterday on the show with Silly Goose. And, we do have lawyers that advertise on this radio station. If someone wants to do it pro bono, we'll certainly have them on the show to plug your law firm and do it for Silly Goose because, you think these bands, he's been around for a while, but they need some legal fees. He needs some help here. He was really empathetic or very, compassionate about, I was making jokes about you should play in front of the courthouse on a flatbed truck when you come back in September. I'll pay for the flatbed truck. He was like, no. I mean, he spent a night in Cook County. I can't imagine what he saw overnight on a Saturday night in Chicago in the summer of who else came in there with him.
Well, it's just frustrating to let me go up to this owner, let me pay them money, and let me just play here for a few hours. And then it's you get arrested. Think of all the bad things people are doing to be in jail. And You played music after asking permission. That's why you're in jail.
And I don't know, I saw the video, but I can't remember what he was wearing in the reel when they got arrested. But seeing them at Lala noon on Thursday, and he had kind of a popped collar shirt on and stuff.
He was wearing a red T-shirt at the BP performance.
Again, I'm just saying, he went to Cook County Saturday night in Chicago.
You think he was like chumming the water? The Sharks of Cook County came out?
I don't know. Wearing that red shirt, he might have been wearing the wrong color that evening.
Tough. That's tough. I forgot about the colors.
But he made it out.
If anybody would like to donate to his GoFundMe, you can text the word Goose to 312-591-8300. That'll get you a link directly to his GoFundMe. You can help out the band there.
And I believe since the interview, they've up about $900.
Yep.
They're trying to get $8,000 for the lawyer fees and to get him back here for the flights and all that. And I think that they're at almost $5,000.
You should never be penalized for doing something cool and being in a cool band. And unfortunately, that's what happened. So here at Q101, we'd like to help out Silly Goose as much as we possibly can.
The positive is they're coming back. So we'll get him in the studio to perform this song. We'll get it going.
Well, if he's free.
Yeah, unless he's convicted. Can you imagine if they convict him and they go 7 years? 7 years, no possibility of parole for jamming this at a gas station.
This hotel's gonna feel the rage.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.